All right, in this video, we're gonna have ChatGPT write us an article, hopefully in our voice or Mr. Money Mustache's voice. So again, you obviously ChatGPT can write full articles from scratch. Whether you want to put those articles as is on your site is obviously up to you. I'm going to show you, a very simple process for doing that. So I'm back in ChatGPT, and importantly, I'm back in the writing style lesson that we did in that chat. So that ChatGPT should still be trained on my style. So what I'm going to do is I grabbed the outline that it made for us several videos ago about, was it dethatching or aeration? I can't remember. And what I'm going to do is remind ChatGPT about the voice, give it the outline that it gave me, and then try to do this section by section. So let me, while I have it on my clipboard, that's the outline, just so we have it. Look how in-depth that was, right? All right, so it is dethatching, right? So I'm going to keep this down here, and I'm going to say, all right, using the below outline, your task is to generate the first section. Remember to write this section using my style of voice. And just for kicks, do you understand? Because there's a lot going on here. Sure, I understand. Here's the first section. All right, so we're going to have ChatGPT build out our content. So there's the intro. I'm just curious if it touched on the definition, the importance, and there's a lot going on in that intro. Benefits, how often? It didn't really, I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't include all of this in an introduction, but I don't really think it talked about that. So let's try it again. Remember to include all of the different components of the introduction. Now I'm going to repaste it with ABCD. Remember to write about. So let's say. All right, so now it's doing that, right? So, and again, this is what you have to do. You have to go back and forth. I noticed that it didn't include all of that, which I think is a little overkill. But again, this is for the purposes of the video, just to follow the outlines strictly. So it did cover that, and again, it's trying, right? It's trying to write in my voice. It's not just the general AI content. Okay, so now I'm going to go and just go step by step to see what we can do. Now, please write this next section in my style of voice. And you can see how we're just, I mean, the way that this course is structured is the way that I like to use ChatGPT, which is step by step. Not just, hey, write me 7,000 words on dethatching my lawn just to see what the tool comes up with, but to do it in a structured process to where ChatGPT gives us the outline and then we give it back to ChatGPT. So section 2 is signs, that your lawn needs dethatching. Right? Even this little phrase here is, right? It's trying on the voice. So you can tell, right? It's doing a pretty good job. right now. Of course, if you wanted to expand on this, ask for more detail, yada, 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 have the conversation with ChatGPT, ask it to rewrite. I'm going to keep going for a couple of more sections. I don't think I need to do the whole thing, but I'm curious how this is a gigantic section. Let's see how it does here. So I'm going to reuse that prompt. Great. Now, please write this next section in my style of voice. Again, this is a humongous section here. So types of dethatching. Right, so manual, tools required. I'm seeing if it forgot. It may have forgotten my style. That's kind of why I'm pausing here. It looks a little bland. And that's what I kind of warned about in the other video, is that again, after 3,000 words, it forgets. So, if you want to keep going with it, you may have to retrain it. Also, one little tip here that hasn't come up yet, to be honest, is it may stop writing once it hits a certain limit, as it's done here. So usually, please continue exactly where you left off. So you can see it has stopped here, just barely at the end. So you can just ask it. So I just say, please continue exactly where you left off, and it should finish the sentence. Just a little tip there. So the good news is that it did as I instructed, right? And it wrote that section in full. The only thing, at least I don't know what you guys think, it seems like it lost the style of voice. So, let's test it. What I'm looking for, here we go. What I'm going to do is ask it to rewrite that section using this style of voice. Please rewrite that section, this time using my unique style of writing, example below. So I don't know. There's a lot going on here. So I'm asking it to go back and take what it just wrote. Then I'm asking it to rewrite it based on this text below it. So again, remember, it forgets 3,000 words back. So there's a couple of different things that I'm asking it to do in this prompt. Let's see. I don't know. So I don't know what's. Oh, I think it's rewriting. When I said last section, I think it's only rewriting the tools section. Oh no, what is the method? It is. It's just not structured quite as well. But you can tell the difference, right? And again, that's something you have to catch, and I definitely caught it there. Is that I just noticed when it was writing that last section, it had defaulted back to standard AI, and now I caught it, right? And this is why I like to do this piece by piece or section by section of the outline, so we can catch these things. Now, in terms of workflow, I mean, if you're literally going to take this text kind of as is, and you're going to do it the way that I'm doing it, which is breaking it up, you're going to want to kind of copy and paste. Where's the beginning? Right? So if this is the intro and you're done with the intro, you're going to want to copy this, and either using WordPress or Google Docs, and paste it in, right? Because we're going back and forth and back and forth. You don't want to have to come in here and paste everything. So section by section, as ChatGPT completes every section that you're satisfied with, before you move on to the next prompt, I would take that section and put it into Google Docs, right? So at the end, all you have is the written content. You don't have all the prompting going back and forth. It would be nice if they had an integration with Google Docs or with WordPress. They don't have that yet, but in terms of workflow, that's definitely how I would do it. But that's, again, if you're strictly having ChatGPT write your content, this is how I do it. I break it up using outlines. So we do it one section at a time. I think it helps it stay focused, and it definitely helps when you're trying to use tone of voice, because again, it's going to forget, and then you have to remind it, and then you're kind of do it section by section. It takes a little longer, but especially if you're going for that tone of voice, it's the best way to do it. All right, thanks.